ब्लैकबर्न में नो सीज फायर नो वोट के अनवान से कॉन्फ्रेंस का इनेकाद किया गया, जिसमें MP जॉर्ज सलमा याकूब और क्रेग मिले ने खिताब किया और गजा के मुसलमानों की हिमायत करते हुए तमाम सियासी पार्टियों को चैलेंज किया कि जंग बंदी की हिमायत ना करने पर उन्हें वोट नहीं दिया जाएगा। इसी बारे मजीद तफसीलात देखिए शकील सलाम की रिपोर्ट में।
आज की इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बरतानिया भर से मुख्तलिफ लोगों ने शिरकत की, मुख्तलिफ सियासी पार्टियों ने शिरकत की, सियासी रहनुमाओं ने शिरकत की और उसके साथ साथ फ़लस्तीन से हमदर्दी करने वाले मुख्तलिफ तंजीमों ने भी शिरकत की। बैंगर स्ट्रीट में होने वाली इस तकरीब में शकील चौधरी ने मेहमानों का खैर मकदम किया, जबकि इब्राहिम मास्टर ने आज की इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की अहमियत का जिक्र किया। राजडेल के नौ मुंतखब MP जॉर्ज गैलवे ने कहा कि इंडिपेंडेंट उम्मीदवार मकामी और कौमी सतह पर होने वाले इंतखाबात में नुमायां कामयाबी हासिल करेंगे।
I think this is a milestone here today in that there's a real movement happening between independent candidates and members of some smaller political parties who are building together to provide representation for working people who've really been abandoned by the Labour Party, which has moved so far to the right and also is so pro-American in its foreign policy.
This has been a really important conference. It's amazing that Blackburn community has pulled this together, a very important message that people's votes will not be taken for granted in the coming elections. There's a movement here for independent councillors as well as independent MP when it comes down to the general elections. People are fed up, they've had enough, they've seen the hypocrisy, they're feeling angry, hurt, distressed at what's happening in Gaza.
My message for today is that it's really important for us to come together as diverse communities to work firstly for Palestine but beyond Palestine as well. Palestine is the issue but that's unified a lot of people, but we need to think about other issues of social justice, of climate justice, environmental justice.
Yeah, so what we're doing is trying to raise awareness of the independent councillors running for election at the moment, and then just drumming up support ahead of the general election for basically anyone who's not one of the main two parties, Labour or Conservative, because essentially it's like Tory and Tory light at the moment, and we want to make sure that we can impact pro-Palestinian voices and the cause and further that as best as possible.
It's been absolutely a wonderful event. So many people travelling from all over. There are people from Carlisle, Scotland, people from London, Ilford, Newham, coming here to this event. It's really, really wonderful. But you know what? I'm not surprised.
But this is just the beginning. This isn't just about Gaza. This is about oppression. This is about Kashmir and all the other things that are happening around the world. How, as independents, we have our voice for the voiceless, and we speak out there. So we've got to get this out there to say, look, the independent have a very, very big voice.
It's important in this conference to look at how we can all move together, united, on the issue of Gaza, on the issue of weapons, on the issue of profit, on the issue of how complicit they are involved in selling arms to not just within Israel but amongst other countries as well.
I see a future where the two mainstream parties will take lessons from what's happening at this moment. So it's time that people of this country vote for the independent so that a strong message goes to the two main parties.
So today I think it's an important event. It brings together independents from across England who really have a part of the movement for Palestinian liberation and who have said that the main political parties don't represent us anymore. So there are now bargaining networks across the country, and this is one of several conferences bringing those people together to share ideas, to think about how we move forward and how we make the biggest impact for Palestine in the upcoming general election.
I think we have to bring everybody on board. This is a humanitarian crisis, and I think that everybody is suffering through this, and the world itself is bracing itself for a difficult moment, and I think we need to just look within ourselves.
We're raising money for women in Palestine, both West Bank and Gaza, to go to university. As you know, no universities left in Gaza, they've been bombed. But we are still raising money because one day they will be rebuilt and we want the women to go there.
Shakil Salam, Dunya News, Blackburn.